Hello everybody, Cedric here, CRWC commentary. I'll be reviewing Friday night SmackDownish. And it's more of SmackDown than SmackDown-ish this time. But before getting into that review, I'm gonna get this graphic up because I'm professional. I'm gonna do the whole answering viewers thing. But before answering the viewers or just commenting on what the viewers had to say, yeah, RFH Extra. What's up with the skull head for your avatar on YouTube, man? You got the skull head going, nice little purple background, little amethyst like, so, thumbs up on that. Are you saying you don't like the skin on you or something? What's going on? Where we at, man? Where we at? Do I need to take my skin off too? I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be skinful by myself, so let me know what's up with that. And Zemo responds to, the Under Siege review that we did, and he says, thank you for the commentary. You're welcome. And to the Ring of Honor Drunk Edition, because good grief, man, I remember it. I remember what was said for the most part, but wow, man. But he says, Maria is an impressive heel. It is hard to believe she was a ditzy interviewer in WWE. And I'm like, man, why would you want to use her like that? She's obviously really good. Going on the allegations and whatnot, it's like, okay, maybe that was the fantasy. It's like, what do you see when you look at her that would make you feel a certain way? And that's probably how they used her. I'm just saying it's possible. He says Lance Archer needs to go back to being a violent heel and destroying people again. Yes, he does. Cedric and I had spoken about it. And I was like, all Lance Archer got to do is come to that ring, look serious, stand in the corner, wringing his hands out, staring a hole into his opponent. And when the bell ring, just charge at him. Just maul him if he can. And there's a way to fight against that, slow it down, and get a win if you are a top-ranked babyface. But yeah, Archer needs to go back to being that violent heel, because that was his best stuff. Right now, as Cedric said, he's just coasting. He's like, I'm getting paid. This company isn't serious. I'm just doing what it is that I do. I hate to say it, but it'd be nice if WWE picked him up and used him for something worthwhile. But yeah, that's gonna do it for that. Get OBS Studio back up, take that off. Nope, not botch. There we go. Click the wrong thing. Okay, now we're gonna get into the SmackDown review here. Okay, so this is May 10th, SmackDown-ish. It's a little more SmackDown than ish. But, okay, Nick Aldis opens the show introducing Cody Rhodes and announcing his new challenger as Logan Paul. And they face off in the ring for a talk down. And I'll be honest, I don't like Logan Paul, but this is more of a personal thing because he's just a chav. And I'm not, he's a natural heel. He is a privileged-minded heel. So that's him everyday life. So that transfers beautifully over to him and as a wrestler. It's just, how can I say this? People doing bad things getting good opportunities suck. It really does suck. But this is the opening. So it's a cold start with Paul, who I don't like beyond the ring, but he does a standard yet great conceited heel promo. Cody fires back, and when Logan goes to talk over him, Cody stops him, runs him down verbally, and finishes the segment. So we'll see where this goes, as it will conclude in Saudi Arabia. And I was only going to watch this next match just to be proven right. But I was like, oh, okay, Queen of the Ring thing, they were talking this up. I was like, okay, you know what? I'll do this one time. Watch the matches, give my opinions on the matches. That's about it. And the wrestlers or whatever I see. So, Queen of the Ring tournament match, Naomi versus Nia Jax. Naomi did a nice suicida, landing on her feet and furthering the attack with Jax shutting her down. So that was good. Suicida throws the forearms, Jax throws her into the apron. That was nice. Hit her with the Samoan drop. All right. They took forever up on the top rope, but at least it was hard to tell who was going to do a move, but that was probably a mistake. You know, they're just up there not really jockeying for a position, but trying to steady themselves. But it looked like, okay, I'm going to do this. No, I'm going to do that. I'm going to set myself up for you to do this to me, but nope, I'm going to do this instead. Going on hand placement, that's what you can infer, but they was really just confused. But however, it was Naomi who hit the Avalanche Frankensteiner for a 2 count. Long time up there, wasted that move. That should have been the finish. That would have been nice. But eventually, Nia hit her seated senton. I think they called the Annihilator. She got the win that way. I mean, I watched this knowing that Naomi was going to lose. She's just, I say, mid-contender job girl. That's about what they use her as. I get tired of that. That's why some people, I guess, go to AEW, but then they realize even if you win the match, you just jobbed out. That's what it seems. Okay, we get King of the Ring match. This is Baron Corbin versus Carmelo Hayes. And I'm like, okay, so this match to me, this is trash. I'm not happy with this match. This is early on. Corbin hit a fisherman driver for a 2 count. Wasted move. Makes me a bit happy Hayes slapped that head earlier. Corbin hits a Death Valley driver and then a half-ass brainbuster brainbuster kind of crusher kind of thing for a 2 count. That's 2 wasted moves in a row. Hayes hit a leaping lung blower as a setup for sprinting and looked like a devastating flying knee bomb as a setup just to miss a diving move. This is just awful. This is awful. 2 finishes in a row. The 2 finishes in a row. He could have, that knee bomb should have done it. Can't really see him hit anything, but it looked good. Like he just ran over him. Corbin hit a lariat and then a suplex crusher for nothing. Didn't even do anything with it. Hayes got a small package, ended the match. This is a full-on video game match. When I watched the 2K games, this is what it looked like. So maybe that's what it was for. I'm not sure. It just looked like that's what it was meant for. So then we get Queen of the Ring tournament match. Okay, Jade Cargill versus Piper Niven with Chelsea Green in her corner. And my thoughts were, I'm like, okay, Jade Cargill in a singles match, this isn't going to be too good. And then Piper Niven, that's a big woman. I wouldn't call her a powerhouse, but I get it. So we'll just see how this goes. I want to see Jade in action. Let's see if they've been working on her and stuff. The women started off very well with testing each other's strength. I like that Niven took control of the match, and I could see Jade was listening to her. So Jade's learning. That's hopefully learning. They both showed great power, and then Jade took the beating for a bit, with Green getting a nice cheap shot from the floor behind the ref's back. She slapped the brakes off of Jade. I don't know if that slap went too far or not, but I was like y'all might be taking some liberties y'all don't need to be taking. Might have to have a little talk in the back. I don't know, but that slap was stiff. It was good. Jade can sell damage fairly well when it comes to being on the mat, but stand-up selling has tons of work needed. When she's on that mat and the senton is hit, the stomps are hit, Jade sells like she is in the most excruciating pain. She does well with that. And that's probably from her basketball days. Like, oh, no, I know how it feels to fall and hurt that back. Just ride like this. Just keep doing that. Jay uses a foot jab. And I call it that because is it a super kick? Not when it don't knock him down. Ain't nothing super about it. It's a super kick. It should do something super. Like knock him down. But Jay uses the foot jab for a hope spot and then a blue thunder bomb for a 2 count as a transitional move. A wasted move. Just saying, with over 3,000 moves that one can do, there's no need to waste finishing holds and strikes as a stun or a counter. Impressive she got her up as much as she did, but still a wasted move. Jay finally got on offense and knocked Green off the apron with a big pop from the fans, and then went into her arsenal of moves to retain offense until Piper reversed Jaded hit us, and then she hit some heavy moves on her own. She got that rolling senton in the corner. Jade can sell being dead perfectly. Jade knows how to do that. In a rush to go home, though, Piper was front kicked and snatched into Jaded to take a loss. Note, and look, this after the match is over, Jade is all right. She's fine. She was almost half dead earlier. And I note, it doesn't matter who you are. When you finish a match where you got busted up a bit, don't exit as if nothing ever happened. She did the good girl thing and signing autographs, but she's like, it's like you laying there holding your ribs, you're rolling all over the place, you all messed up. You can't fight back because you're in so much pain. Then you win. I'm cool. What's up? How you doing, everybody? I just don't like that. It's like if you want to be better than the indie people, don't do indie shit. I think that's fair. Next we get a Queen of the Ring tournament match. So Bianca Belair, or as whatever his name is, called it Bianca. She goes against Candice LeRae, which is the WWE visual version of Billy Starkz in Ring of Honor. I like Candice LeRae's hair a whole lot more, though. It's super cute. Love it. And it doesn't look like corn husk or anything. It's free flowing. It's nice. Hartwell, or whatever her name is, got a cheap shot on Belair's leg, and like an expert, Belair sells the knee the whole match. As to stop any offense from the tag champ, Candice goes to the knee. It makes sense. That was the match. Selling that knee. Yeah, Belair did some backflips, some nip-ups, and sold that knee. Crumpling, kneeling, holding it, ailing. Just great. Belair hit her finish on LeRae. It was just a rush thing. Hit her finish on LeRae and continues selling the knee. She celebrates selling the damage done to her. Her face, her knee, chef's kiss on that. That was 5-star selling. I appreciate that. That I was like, that's good right there. It made me feel like watching something was worthwhile. So now we get to the meat of the show. So Paul Heyman approaches Solo Sikoa, who is with, I guess they're going by the name Gorillas of Destiny, or maybe the Mofo Tongans. I don't know. But he asked for time alone with Solo, and it was granted. He then, in a near whimpering way, says that Roman is the tribal chief and that Solo's making decisions. It gets cut off for Solo to point out that Paul lied to get Roman pulled from the draft, which caused the bloodline to be third pick, not the first. And Sikoa cites Paul's costing him money, and intentionally is like, and wonder, is he intentionally trying to make him broke? Is he trying to keep food off the table? Is he trying to keep him from feeding his kids, his family? He makes notice of Heyman looking at Uso at Backlash, asking if he's giving him signals. Heyman, no. No. Cedric said, he sounded like a battered wife. I was like, yeah. And I had to note, this makes Heyman look like a babyface and sends the signal of the turn. And I think they're waiting for the fans' reception to see where it needs to fully go, I think. So Solo makes mention that Heyman hasn't talked to Roman since WrestleMania, but Roman has talked to Sikoa. This stuns Heyman. According to Sikoa, Roman has designated him as tribal chief, and thus he is in control of the bloodline until Roman Reigns returns. With that, he proclaims that Paul Heyman is his wise man, and as that all this time you must have been trying to protect the bloodline. That is what you must have been doing. So Paul Heyman is looking a bit like Fredo. So Sikoa hugs Paul Heyman. He said, "I love you, my wise man." And I'm like, man, this is directly some Godfather stuff. I said, I watch my back. If I was Heyman, I'd be like, I don't know about this, man. You know, you might Mo Green me or something. I don't know, man. Michael Corleone was in charge. He was like, you know what? We're going to shut everything down. And he did. Better watch your back and your front and sides. So then we get a King of the Ring match. Angelo Dawkins versus Tama Tonga. I'm like, all right, let's see what they're going to do. Tama comes out he just looks brutal, unforgiving. But yeah, I can't disagree. Smooth shaven. It'd be nice. I don't know if it's a Tama thing or whatnot, but I miss the face paint that he used to put on. Maybe he got tired of doing it. He's probably hell washing it off. This is a short match with Tama being very fast, showing a tiny bit of his skill. And when I say a tiny bit, I mean like 1% of his skill. Solo gets knocked off the apron by Dawkins, and then he and Loa gets jumped on by the other half of the Street Profits, whatever his name is, who mugs for the camera, knowing they will not get up. I'm like, no, shouldn't do that. Shouldn't do that. It was nice. It was picture perfect, but it looked very cartoony. I'm not happy about that. Tommy hits the leaping complete shot, gets the pin. I didn't know if he was going to, because he can't use the Ace Crusher because Randy Orton uses that. But then again, screw it. Cody Rhodes uses it. I don't know why he can't, the guns, I don't know. Maybe it's just too many crushers. But I didn't know if he was going to use that or Veleno. But he's going to go with the complete shot. It's cool. I can tell that Tama won't necessarily happy doing it. I can see it on his face. I can see it in his body posture as he did it. But it is what it is. And note, Dawkins is all of D'Lo Brown, but he's good. And I didn't see any wasted moves. That's a big dude. He's moving around fast, but I think he should get a little lighter because he's good. From what I saw with the moves he did, no wasted moves. He just flowed. It was nice. The Caesar was like, he looked like D'Lo Brown. So if y'all know what's going on with that, y'all, you let me know. I don't feel like stalking anything. I'll probably look him up afterwards. It's just me. So King of the Ring tournament match, main event, AJ Styles versus Randy Orton. And I'm like, okay. There ain't much I can say about this match, but I tried. So AJ does a great job at shutting down Orton by working the leg. Good job. Orton does a great job selling it. That's great. Styles prepared to senton the knee on the bottom rope and got kicked over the top rope. Classic. I miss seeing that. Always best reserved for a main event or a big match. That was Ric Flair's one of his little claim to fame right there. Like, I'm going to just do this. And got kicked over the rope. So, I like that. And then noted, I predict a swan dive and capture Ace Crusher for the win. Just to say it's out of nowhere. That was my prediction. At that juncture, I was like, okay, let me write this down. This is what I think. So Orton hobbles. Caesar would have been laughing. Orton was hobbling. And he countered the swan dive with a forearm shiver. So he knocked AJ off. AJ applies the calf crusher and the fans chant for Randy. Now that calf crusher should be an automatic finishing hold or calf slicer, because you can break somebody's ankle and or shin or fibula with that easily. It works those calf muscles that's hard to work on. That should have probably, just should have really done it. When he debuted it, he won with it every time. It was a nice submission hold. Orton escapes it by applying a side chin lock, and Orton looks worn down. Great job. AJ dashes at Randy, but Randy countered with a Sawyer slam or scoop power slam or low angle scoop power slam, whichever you want to call it. Orton hits the green killer, and his ailing knee keeps him from following up. The green killer is a rope hung DDT. Middle rope, that is. Styles hit the swan dive forearm, the phenomenal forearm, for a 2 count. Then AJ taunts and hollers his finisher for the Styles Clash. Orton just popped right up. Ace Crusher got the pin. It's out of nowhere. No, it's not. We saw it coming. It's there. We saw it coming. And Orton wants to do a promo on Thomas saying, I'm going to make sure your ass see it coming. I'm like, okay. Yeah, all right. So I was wrong, and that's good. It didn't happen the way it did. But still, this was not good. Escaping a standing head scissors like it was nothing is something that should be done as a no-no in wrestling. You just standing head scissors. Okay, I pop up. It kind of just, okay, what was the point of the head scissors? The standing head scissors is a very versatile move. Extremely versatile that people should take advantage of. You can have a wrestler just do standing head move type moves almost the whole match, and it's going to look good. But this made the ending look rushed, as if Orton could have started the match off like this and just gone home for cookies. That's what it felt like. Now, overall, I get what they're doing. So they're going to do what they got to do. I mean, it wasn't bad. It was still a good show. It was all right. I'm not going to do the tournaments like this. I'm just going to just see who wins and stuff. It's going back to a full-ish. I'm going back full-on-ish. So, because I don't want to see this and keep being let down. I just want to stick with the bloodline and Jade Cargill. For now, stick with Jade until I just can't. And then if y'all say that something's interesting, I'll probably stick with that. I'll note some things. Shinsuke Nakamura, he's coming there allegedly. I'm like, he was there before. Now he's back. I'm like, okay. Still great moves, great athlete. He can stop the strong style. You're in WWE. Strong style left the building ages ago. You're done. You ain't strong style anymore. You just style. So can't speak English. And I know he can speak very little bit of English to get by. But because he can't do that, they're not going to let him win any grand title and go into some long storyline where he got to speak in the ring. That's what it seems like. And if they have done that, okay, cool. I didn't know. I'm just starting to watch SmackDown and all this other stuff. So that was nice. Orton did a decent promo on Tama Tonga, but then the camera just stayed on his face too long. I'm like, okay, he's upset. He's serious. Can we move on? Stop. It's starting to get awkward. So, yeah, and all the matches were very predictable. You knew who was going to win. It's just how you get there. And I didn't exactly like the how. But though it's leagues above AEW, it's far below wrestling. That's how I feel about it. So that's going to do it for me. It's been Cedric for CR Wrestling Commentary. Friday Night SmackDown-ish. I want y'all to be cool, be chill, be safe. I'll see you next time.